Matthew Percillier had a double try as Canadian men beat Australia 29-12 to keep championship hopes alive. But Canadian women had their backs against wall after losing opening 2 games at HSBC Canada Sevens tournament in BC Place on Friday. Vancouver. Alex Russell of Montreal and Kalin of Trent Lakes. Aunt also practiced for the men, who lost their previous 2 games against Australia this season by a 55-14 aggregate score. Thomas Isherwood of Okotoks, Alta, added an essay and 2 converts. The women lost 17-12 to USA in the afternoon after a 28-7 decision to Ireland in morning. The men, who lost 35-5 to Ireland opening match, expressed their frustration front of loud crowd Australia last game of day. The first game really upset us, said Percillier, who was born in Victoria and now studies at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver. I'm incredibly proud of the kids. We really put our feet down their throats. We've gained momentum throughout the entire game, which is admirable. WATCHMen's World Rugby Sevens Series Vancouver, Canada, Australia. HSBC Men's World Rugby Sevens Series Vancouver, Canada, Australia. Duration 27-30. Watch Canada vs Australia at the HSBC Men's World Rugby Sevens Series stop in Vancouver. The Canadian women finished their pool game with Brazil at 14-28 on Saturday. The men's will face Chile at 17:35. A win against Chile takes Canada to the quarterfinals. Half the job is done, said interim coach Sean White. Hopefully this is the start of something special. But it all depends on how we react tomorrow. Watch live streams of men's women's tournaments on cbcsports.ca, CBC Gem and the CBC Sports app for iOS Android. The women received trials by Bianca Farella of Montreal and Alysha Corrigan of Charlottetown. P.E.I. against U.S. Chloe Daniels of Sutton. Aunt, adding a spin. When you play in the U.S., it's a war, Farella said. It was a really tight game. It could have been anyone's game. Watch Women's World Rugby Sevens Series Vancouver, Canada, United States. HSBC Women's World Sevens Rugby Series Vancouver, Canada, United States. Duration 15:03. Catch the Canadian men's national team in a tough match against the United States in Vancouver. The women finished the half 5-0. Canada was strong on defense but only managed to cross the midfield once. Farella made a nice cut early in the second half to give Canada a 7-5 lead. The Americans responded with 2 attempts in 1 minute. Farella plays in her 44th Sevens tournament and has the most draws with Australian Sharni Williams on the all-time list. It's a big milestone for me, she said. It's great to get this far in my career and still make milestones. Congratulations on playing. Bianca Farella in the 44th HSBC World Rugby Sevens Series.